everybody, I'm Nurgleprobe. Welcome to this deck tech where today we're talking about Rayquaza, and well, it's a Rayquaza deck. It's a speed Rayquaza deck that is made for the standard format of 2015 into 2016. So the current standard format if you're watching this at that point. It's a speed Rayquaza deck, which means that this is actually one of the few decks that you don't mind going second with, because if your opponent only plays one Pokemon, and with this deck, even if they play quite a high HP Pokemon, you can deal quite a lot of damage. The whole idea of the deck is to build up your Mega Rayquaza as soon and fast as possible. That is the trick with the deck. We play 4 Rayquaza and 3 Megas, and even though that is the plan, we don't want to overdo it. 4 Megas can be a bit overdoing it, because they can be dead in your hand and such. But yeah, we're playing 3 of them. 3 Spirit Links, and well, the basic trick though, if you didn't know what Mega Rayquaza actually does, it needs 3 energy to attack, and it does 30 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon. So that is also why we play Skyfield, of course, so that we can have 8 benched Pokemon to deal an immense amount of damage. Usually the last few decks that I've looked at, I think, have been kind of sheep-ish. They are not that expensive for new players. This deck is obviously a bit more expensive, as you can see, because it's double Hoopa, it's 3 Shaman, and the Rayquaza. They are all kind of pricey. Online anyway, and in real life actually too. It's even worse in real life. But the general idea is in the first few turns. Also, you might be wondering why we're playing Hawlucha in the deck. And the Hawlucha is basically there because, well, we're playing Fighting Energy, so it can be a 60 extra damage in case we need to do that at some point. It doesn't happen that often, but the main reason we play this is because of the free retreat, and because of the 60 damage, of course, that is actually very doable. But it's the free retreat, so when we get that as a starting Pokemon, that is actually really nice, because then we can build up Rayquaza on the bench, and even if we fail to build up the Mega Rayquaza on the first turn, we still can leave Hawlucha active and then retreat into the Rayquaza next turn. And even, well, if we do 60 damage, well, we can do 60 damage. The good thing about this too, if you put a Fighting Energy there early turns to do 60 damage, you might think, well, then we're going to lose that energy. But we are using Mega Rayquaza, so we can obviously use Mega Turbo to get that energy back onto our Mega. So the thing you need to do with this deck, I'm gonna give you a few hints right now. Get at least 1 Fighting Energy into your discard pile very, very early. That is one of your first goal of the deck. Finding a Hoopa is also very, very important in the beginning. Hoopa into 1 Rayquaza and 1 Mega Rayquaza if you have the Spirit Link. Otherwise it's Rayquaza and 2 Shamans. And then you keep drawing cards. Remember to always use your Ultra Balls and Trainer's Mail before you do that, of course, just so that you draw as many cards as possible. That kind of makes sense in itself, right? And then when you get the Mega Rayquaza out, don't be afraid to lose your first turn if you have to, if you can't get the Spirit Link out and everything that you need to do. That is fine. Try to put your double colorless energy down first turn. Well, anyway, if you get the attacking first turn, aka the second turn, putting Mega Rayquaza down, the Fighting Energy in the discard pile, using Mega Turbo to get that Fighting Energy back, and using your double colorless. That is very simple to do. It happens quite often, and you will often surprise your opponent if they go first, and if they only play 1 Pokemon. It can happen, especially if you play Hawlucha active only. They will be confused about what's going on. And that's something I really love about this deck. It's one of those, you can play that one and they will be like, what kind of deck is this? Because they will see Psychic Fighting and Colorless in your types when you start the game. So it's kind of tricky to know what we're playing, because the fighting really throws them off. So that's fun. That's fun. We also play a Hex Maniac because we really need, well, I guess, I don't remember what exactly we had this. It's usually, in the past, it's for Aegislash and Suicune and stuff like that. I don't know if you pronounce it like that, but it's for those kinds of cards. One card that's an issue for you is Regice. Don't let Regice attack ever. Kill everything. Try and find your Lysandre as soon as possible and kill Regice. The only way that you really can win against Regice if they start attacking is if you start doing Shaman over and over again. So Shaman attacks, returns to your hand, put the other Shaman active, Shaman attacks, returns to your hand, and so on and so on. And you keep doing that. And then you have to use Birch to just recycle your hand into your deck once it grows, and so on and so on. And you have to deck your opponent out. It can be hard. I've won like that in the past, but it's not a fun way to win. But if you have to, you have to. So there's probably some card that you could add that could handle Regice. I've not looked into it that much because I don't face Regice that often. And usually you can knock it out quite early if you're lucky enough. I mean, if you notice that there is a Regice in your opponent's field or in their hand, well, obviously on their field because you can't see their hand. Use the Battle Compressor to get Lysandre down to the discard pile as soon as possible so that you have 4 Seekers being, able to get it back for you. But yeah, this deck is a lot of fun to play. In Standard online, you will definitely win tournaments with this. You can even play Expanded with this deck and do fine. So yeah, check it out if you have the cards. It is a bit pricey, but it's definitely worth it if you want to go for a fast and fun deck to play. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time when we will actually, probably in the few upcoming videos, not in the next one I think, but in the few after that, we'll actually start looking at breakthrough cards in our decks. So we'll start doing completely new things for Standard. I hope you come back for that. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for checking out this video. You can click right here to see the next deck in the series. If you want to see more Pokemon decks and content in general, you can click right here. Don't forget to read the information down below for links to my social medias and my Twitch page, where you can find me streaming the Pokemon TCG almost every weekday. Check it out, and once again, thanks for stopping by. Take care.